Welcome, English 1101 friends. This video is a guide to the schedule of readings and assignments. You can see right here, if you're in the table of contents, you click on syllabus and schedule. This should be the first thing at the top of the list, the schedule of readings and assignments for you. I'm going to go through this. The purpose of this video is really to give you a sense of the workload and the workflow for this course. When things are going to be due, what will be due, my expectations of you in terms of turning things in, that kind of stuff, of reading, writing. This is a reading course in reading and writing. This is what the reading and writing is going to look like on a week-to-week basis. The first thing we are going to do, here's the basic information, including my name. I'm assuming I haven't met y'all before, and we probably won't meet face-to-face, but my name is Jake Sullins. I've been at the college for, this will be my 18th year. And I care a great deal about student success, both about helping y'all learn to read and write, but also in a more general way, helping you succeed and having the most positive experience at the college that you can have and completing college, whether that's here or transferring somewhere else. For this class, we're going to start with an introduction to the English language, this sort of explanation of how old the English language is and the four main time periods of it, which are Old English, Middle English, Early Modern, and Modern English, which is what we're speaking right now and have been for about 250 years. And then we'll take a short multiple choice exam over that sometime towards the end of this week. This is really just designed to get you an early, easy A in this class. And so you'll have access to the video where I explain all of the history of the English language, and then you'll have the video in the exam, and you'll turn the exam into me. It says due on the 16th, which is Thursday. You'll notice that this is broken down as if we were meeting face-to-face twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're not going to be strict about that. That's not a strict guideline, especially when things are due. That's really just a early part of the week, later part of the week. And so like exam 1 will be due on the 16th, but really that means it's going to be due sometime between noon on January 16th and let's say 10 p.m. on Friday, January 17th. So that's when the window of it being due will start. And we'll talk about that with each exam. We can work with that. We can be flexible with that. First paper we're going to write is the definition paper. We're going to that will transition from that history of the English language to the definitions of 2 or 3 of your favorite words. You'll see here there's a few readings that I want you to use both to read as critical thinking and as models for the kind of writing that I want you to do. What is a Yankee? How to be polite? And this quiz called How Y'all Use and You Guys Talk, which is a quiz about regional dialects in the United States. Then that definition paper will be due. The window will open on the 23rd, and again, we'll have about 24 hours, 23rd at that Thursday night, Friday. We'll go, and then that's how we'll flow through the semester. Definition paper, then we'll go over some general writing information. Once we got that first paper under our belt, I'll have a 2 or 3 videos going over some especially some common writing errors and mistakes that I want you all to at least think about and correct if you can. Our second paper will be a narrative paper. It'll be due then the February 6th, 7th, something like that. Then we will get into our biggest, longest paper, the third paper, which will be a research narrative paper. And you can see here that will be due February 20th. We've got a big chunk of time for that to be due. Then we will take our second exam. We will have 3 more exams, 2, 3, and 4. And those will be 20 sentences that I will post and give you 24 hours to correct. You'll just send your corrected sentences back to me. I will also have a live session on Teams where if you want to ask questions about how to fix things, I will be on there. You can ask me. We'll work through the exam together. This is no stress, no big deal. The exam grades are mainly to give you the chance to raise your grade if you spend a little time and put a little thinking into them. So that exam number 2 is the 27th, February 27th. Then our fourth assignment is going to be a film analysis, and so we will watch a film, probably some kind of documentary, but I've got to make sure it's accessible to everybody. The documentary that I usually use in face-to-face classes, I'm not sure is accessible, so I can just share a link. So I may have to figure something else out, but we'll figure that out before we get to March for sure. We'll write the film analysis, do the 13th, 14th, somewhere in there. We'll be around midterm then, so the last day for withdrawal. It said, I think I've got the wrong date in there, but it is Tuesday, what should be Tuesday the 18th. And then we'll take exam number 3, and then we'll do paper number 4, which is often the easiest paper this semester, the comparison and contrast paper. You'll have a chance after spring break to revise a paper and turn it back in for a higher grade. You'll pick something that you've turned in that maybe you're not happy with the grade on, or that you feel like you can do better on. You'll revise it, turn it in for a higher grade. That's April 10th. And then we'll have our argument. We'll watch another documentary called Dear Zachary. It will be one of the options for the argumentation paper. And then our last assignment will be the persuasion paper, which will be due on what would be the last day of class, if this is a Tuesday and Thursday class, which is April 31st, May 1st, that Thursday, Friday at the end of the semester. We will have our final exam, the last batch of 20 sentences for you to correct on that Tuesday, May 6th. That is 80% of the grade for this class, because that is the 7 papers and the exams. Alongside that, for the first 5 papers, beginning with the definition paper, you will see there are days built in that say workshop narrative paper, definition paper workshop. So that's the first one, the second one. See what we've got here. The workshop, the research paper there is at February 25th. We will, what I will do is each time you turn assignments into me, I will pick a few papers, at least 3, and post them in D2L. And then when I've got them posted, I will post an announcement on the main D2L page and say, hey, I've got our definition papers posted. Before February 25th, go in and pick 2 of those and read them and write 2 short responses and turn those in to me. And I'll give you instructions for how to write those responses, what to focus on. But you will write 2 of those 5 times for our first 5 papers. Everybody will have a paper workshop by the time we get through the 5th one. So I'll pick 3 or 4 every time, and that will get 4 times 5 will get us to the 20 people in this class. So everybody will have a paper posted sooner or later eventually. And everybody will write 10 short responses. You'll do 2 5 times. That will be 15% of your grade right there. Getting your paper posted is 5. Each short response is 1, so you'll do it 10 times. That gets you 10, so that's 15% of our final grade. So that is the 80%, the 70% is the papers, 10% is the exams, 10% is your workshop responses, 5% is you having your paper posted once, which I will take care of as long as you turn it in. And then the last 5% of your grade will be the paper revision. There's 2 parts to the paper revision. There's some questions that you'll answer about your paper before you revise it. That'll be the last 5% of your grade. So again, 70% is those 7 papers. 10 more percent is the average of your 3 highest exams. 10 more percent is writing your workshop responses. And the last 10% is you having your paper posted and you doing your revision. That's it. That's the assignments for this course. And you can see right here how we'll flow through the course and turn those in. This course is also designed so that the longest, hardest things are sort of in the middle. The longest paper we will write all semester is the research paper. It is due around February 20th, February 21st. And so after that, it'll be back. That's about 1,000 words, and then it'll be back downhill. We'll do 500 words, 600 or 700 words, 900 words, or 1,000, somewhere in there. And then we'll start dialing it back down, 700, 600, so that when we get to those last argumentative and argumentation and persuasion papers, they'll be around 600 words apiece. So this class is designed, part of this class is designed to not be hard at the end, because I'm assuming you're taking other classes. They'll get harder at the end. This class will not. We get past it past spring break. This class will still have a good bit of work to do, but none of it's the hardest stuff will be behind us. The reason people don't succeed in this class is because they get behind, they miss 2 or 3 assignments, and it snowballs on them. And I ask you, I beg you, don't let that happen to you. Nothing in this class is hard. It will take a little time, it will take a little doing, but none of this is very hard. Just don't miss something or skip something and let that be the reason that you don't pass or don't get the grade that you want. There's a lot of stuff due. There's the 5 workshops, so that's 5 things. There's 4 exams, so there's 9 things, and then the 7 papers, 16 things. There's a lot of things due in this class, just raw numbers, but none of it is hard. None of it is that time consuming. Just stick with me as we go through the schedule. If you miss a due date, check with me and let's see if you can turn it in late. Mostly that shouldn't be a problem. But don't get to March or April and say, hey, I missed 4 assignments and can I turn all that in? We probably can't do that. But if you're a day or 2 late and you've had some emergency or problem, check with me. We can probably sort that out. No big deal. I look forward to reading your writing along these assignments, and I look forward to helping you however I can succeed this semester. If you have questions about any of the assignments, when anything is due, just be in touch and we can figure that out. Again, welcome to Georgia Highlands if this is your first semester. Welcome to English 1101, and I look forward to helping you all.